Because I always look at the 1st of January as page 1.
Page 1. Whatever you could do when you to describe that pain into words, that will be beneficial to you.
Learn how to let go and move on.
Yes. This was my life, but it don't have to be my life today.
Absolutely.
But we have to learn how to, just control what you can control.
Right. Because the one who suffers the most is the one who's unwilling to forgive.
Unforgiving. Oh, I love that. If you don't help me win, then you can't be my friend. You got to begin to focus on the things you love to do. Yo, it's your boy, LJ Chaplin, with Lady Season, bringing to you Chilling with the Chaplins, where we deep dive, giving you practical concepts in ministry, business, relationship, and personal development, so we can take control of our life. Let's go and let's get it started. Welcome to Chilling with the Chaplins. It's your boy LJ with the one and only, my lovely wife, Lady Susan, in the building. Yes, we're about that vibe each and every week. You know what I'm saying? You got us. So, we are coming up to New Year's Eve, New Year's 2023. And so, we want to talk about something that's, it's vital for us to begin to take action for our life and in our life. And, and we have to learn how to begin to let things go and begin to pursue our dreams, because in order to pursue your dreams, in order to pursue your goals, in order to have success in 2023, you got to begin to let things go. We just want to talk about learning how to let things go. And so I want to pass it on to my wife and see what she had to say on this subject before we jump right in.
Yeah, I think it's such an important subject as we close off the year. I mean, honest be told, or truth be told, everyone has experienced some form of hurt in their life. Yes. Maybe this year, because we focus on this year mainly, but then, even previous years. I know COVID did a lot of damage to a lot of people. So we felt that it would be good to close off this year with just going through a few pointers on how to let things go.
Yes.
Maybe as we share with you guys, we'll share some of our personal experiences and how we've let things go. But letting things go is so important to be able to start on a clean slate, to start the new year in a clean slate, to start afresh, writing a new chapter. Because I always look at the 1st of January as page 1. Page 1. A blank page of a brand new book. What happened in the past happened. Now let's look forward to the future and what's to expect of it.
Yes. Because even the scripture does say, and I like to just thinking about it, Paul does say, forgetting those things which are behind us and pressing and reaching forward to those things that are before us. And so we have to begin to press. If we want to begin to press forward, we got to begin to learn how to forget let go. Even in Hebrews chapter 13, Paul also say, we're not sure if he wrote the Hebrews, but he will discuss lay aside every weight. And so it's a reason it says let go of every weight, because it know if you have weight upon you, if you dwelling on your pain, if you're dwelling on setbacks, if you're dwelling on disappointments, anything that happened in your life, it'd be very hard for you to move on. And so
but then the truth is also, as much as we can say that, it's natural to get stuck as a person, to want to relive your pain. But then what we say, we're not saying don't acknowledge that pain, don't neglect it. But what all we're saying is that learn how to let
Deal with
go and move on.
Yes.
Because honestly, we cannot change what has happened in the past.
Yes.
Keep on reliving our traumas and bad experiences. They don't really help us that much.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, I think they put in more harm than anything.
Yes, that is so true. That is so true. And so, like I said, and so, you know, one way how you deal with your pain and learning how to let things go is you describe your pain in words.
Yeah, so basically to me that sounds like just speak it out.
Speak it out.
Cry it out if you have to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm a big crier. That's how I let things go. That's how I take things out of my system. I cry when I'm happy. I cry when I'm sad. I cry for every emotion because that's how I speak my pain or speak my happiness. So find a way on how to
describe it.
To speak it out.
Yes,
Yeah.
or even write. Journal. You know, that's another good way to describe your pain in words. Journal down everything, your faults, your mistakes, setbacks. Journal the things that you've been through.
Do you have a journal?
I don't have a journal.
I do.
I don't have a journal. Yes.
I journal a lot. I have so many journals. I've lost count. I have a gratitude journal that I write in 3 things that I'm grateful about first thing in the morning, and then I'm supposed to be journaling every day, but because of my busy schedule, I sometimes just don't get the time, or rather, let me just say, I don't make the time. But when I feel I need to put things down, I do, and I have been. And the sad part is that, or the funny part is that I'm not even careful with my journals. I leave them everywhere. And they're supposed to be private and confidential, right? But I just leave them anywhere, because if you read them, well, and you find me talking about you in them, well, that's your problem, not mine.
Yes, because when you begin to describe your pain, like I said, when you write things and you put it down in words, you know, now you're able to deal with it. Yeah. Now you're able to put it up front. You're able to, you know, you're able to let go of the things because you're writing it down. And sometimes, you know, writing things down, it helps to bring peace, free you, you know, because you know, holding things and holding pain, and it don't help no one. It only make things worse, and you know that's why we have
poison.
Yes, it's poison, and that's like we have mental health issues today, because you know how many people didn't describe their pain.
But then the thing is, I mean, they just lack the tools to know that, you know, speaking things out helps. I mean, I think I once mentioned this before, that I used to even speak to strangers.
Yes.
Like, I'll just find a random person when I used to use public transportation and just start talking.
Yes.
Like, I don't care if you're going to see me tomorrow, but at least I've spoken. I've spoken. And you see people who go to pubs and stuff like that.
Yes.
They find like the barb men, they always counselors listening in to people who are drowning their sorrows and talking. They just there because sometimes you just need someone to listen to you without judgment.
Yes.
You know, so if you don't have a friend that you can trust, just go out there, find a stranger, and just start talking.
Yes. So we said, describe your pain in words. So that would help you to learn how to let things go, learn how to forget those things which are behind, and pressing forth to those things.
When one person says, "I can't really speak when I'm frustrated. I can't speak when I'm mad." What happens to that person?
You do what you have to do to describe, like you said, cry.
Or scream.
Scream.
You know, or speak to yourself, have a conversation with yourself, and just, even if it's out loud, you know, just find a way.
Find a way. Even if you had to scream, even if you had to scream out, whatever way you could describe that pain into words, scream, cry, whatever, you know, that's it will
exercise it out.
Yes, whatever you could do to describe that pain into words, you know, that will be beneficial to you. Now another one is make a commitment to let go.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
That's a hard one.
I think because it's just always so easy just to hold on to pain. Because, you know, sometimes pain when we put ourselves in pity parties, we kind of feel good, even though it's a bad feeling, but it's just being a victim sometimes, has that thing that you're going to have people feeling sorry for you kind of situation.
Yes.
But it's never the solution.
It's never a solution. And for you to be free today, you gotta be determined to make a commitment. You gotta be willing to say, you know what, I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna fight my way. Whatever you gotta do, crawl, walk. But you have to make a commitment that, you know what, I'm be determined to attack it.
Yeah. So with that, you need a lot of willpower.
Yes, a lot of willpower.
Because it's not going to be easy to let
go. No.
But letting go must happen.
It must happen.
I mean, I don't think anybody wants to take any baggage from 2022. 2022 has been heavy.
Yes.
I mean, it had some good parts to it, I won't lie, but it's also just been heavy. It's been a heavy year coming out of the pandemic, and then having to relive and restart life. It hasn't been easy for most people.
Yes.
So we understand the pain that you've been through. We understand that it hasn't been easy, and it's easier said than done. But you got to make that first step. You got to do it for yourself. Do it for your mental health.
Yes. And they always say, you make one step, God will make two.
Absolutely.
But you, like you said, you first have to go out and make that step. Be committed, because a lot of times we could speak it and say it, but it's about doing it. And the Bible said, don't
action
just
speaks louder
than words. The Bible say, not just be doer of your word, but don't just be hearers of your word, but be doers of the word. And it say, faith without works is dead. So it's very important for us to make a commitment to, I'm going to get through this. Make a commitment to study. Make a commitment to grow. Make a commitment to learn. Make a commitment to do whatever it takes so that you can start living your pain and begin to press forth into your future, into your purpose, into your destiny, and reaching your goals. So you definitely got to make a commitment, because if you don't make a commitment today, nobody else will.
Not even that. It's going to keep repeating. The cycle is going to keep coming back. It might come back in a different painful form, but it will come back. So you must learn to break the chain and stop reliving the past.
Yes.
But just try to move on and move forward.
Yes. It's very important to, make a commitment to keep going forward, because like I said, if you don't make a commitment today to move forward, then guess what? If you don't do anything, you're still going to be in the same place that you was today. You're still going to be in the same place that you were last year, yesterday, 10 years ago. Because there's some people, there's some people that still live in pain 5 years and 10 years. But you gotta decide today that I'm going to be committed to letting go, so that I can grow and move forward past my pain.
Absolutely.
And so, the next thing you want to do after you make a commitment to begin this journey of letting things go, begin the process of letting things go, is accept things as they are.
Because the thing is, it has to the past. You cannot change it.
You cannot change
What's done is done.
Yes.
There's the Serenity Prayer. I think I've spoken about this before. It's one of my favorite prayers, where it says, Lord, grant me the grace to accept the things that I cannot change. Because you just gotta accept them. They done. It is what it is.
Yes.
So, and unfortunately, no one can undo the past.
Yes. So you gotta accept that, if you was raised up in a single family home, or if you were living on the wrong side of the track, whatever it is, you gotta accept as they are. You gotta say, what, this was my life, but it don't have to be my life today.
Absolutely.
By being committed, say, I'm gonna do better.
You can be born poor, but you decide how you're gonna die.
Yes, you can decide how you're gonna die. So, yes, maybe you had a rough life. Yes, maybe you had it worse than other people. But guess what? It don't have to keep being worse by just accepting and say, yeah, this was me. This is who I was. This is who I am.
It doesn't have to be your future person or the current person.
Yes, exactly. It don't. And so, just by accepting it definitely will free you. It definitely will allow you to move forward. It will allow you to grow and just to like say it's okay. Just say it. It's okay.
And you know what I always say to myself, because I speak to myself, and I think that's very healthy. I have a conversation with Cezanne, and I say to her when things get rough, I say, this is not, you're not the only one who's been through this. And I think the Bible says it very well in the book of Ecclesiastes. What's happening on the earth has happened before. It has happened to somebody before. You might think that you're the only one going through it because it feels so painful. But somebody has been through it and somebody has conquered it. Which means you can conquer if they can conquer. And some people have gone through it and not conquered it because they chose not to conquer it. They chose the pain to overwhelm them and destroy them, because pain will destroy you.
It will destroy
It's there to destroy you. It's not there to make you feel good. No. That's why people end up committing suicide, because it becomes so overwhelming, and then people decide that death is the ultimate answer.
Yes. And so, just understand that, you can change your life. You can't change where you've been, but you can change your tomorrow.
Absolutely.
You definitely can change your tomorrow. And like the Bible is full with people who overcome different challenges.
Absolutely.
And so let me know that, we all gonna face challenges. We all went through different pains. We all had different struggles in our life.
It just depends on how you handle it.
Yes, but the ones that made it, the ones that had success, is the one that was able to let go.
And press forward.
And press forward, yes. And like I said, lead to the next part as well, is those, and the ones that made it and then lived in their pain or in their present or in their past because they didn't blame others. And that's critical, because we love to blame.
It feels good.
It feels good.
I mean, it's not even a matter of feeling good. It's just holding someone or something responsible. But I always also say that as much as your pain could be somebody else's fault, like a rape. A rape is never the victim's fault.
Yes.
I don't care what you are walking around naked, it's not your fault. But you'll find people blaming the person who's been raped, that they're probably walking at night. No, it's not their fault.
It's not their fault.
Things like that you really have no control over. Things that happened to you that were unfair and unjust. But at the same time, I think even though it was not your fault, you have to be responsible in choosing to let go.
Yes. Yeah, and I do want to bring up a scripture, because just by you saying that, in the scripture, and when Jesus, when someone came to Jesus and they asked him, whose fault was it? Was it the parents? Was it the young man? Jesus replied and said, no, it wasn't neither one of the fault. It was so that God would get the glory out of this young man's life.
Yeah.
And so, and we got to learn to, understand that, what? I might have been raped. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my parents. It wasn't the person that raped me.
No, it was the person that raped you.
It was the person? You think it was the person that raped me?
If you're raped, it's that person's fault. They the one who came and violated you. What do you mean it's not their fault?
Okay, I can see that as well.
They violated you, so why? It's, I think, even though we can say stop blaming others, we're just saying take a bit of responsibility. Okay?
Yes, taking bigger responsibility.
But we're not saying shift the responsibility or shift the blame.
Yes.
The blame, it must be given to whoever that is duly responsible.
Yes.
A rapist is responsible for raping somebody.
That I agree. That is true. He is
Your
responsible.
father is responsible for neglecting you and for abandoning you. They're responsible.
But
yes.
Does
it mean that now you have to live in that for the rest of your life? Absolutely not.
Yes.
You know, it is what it is. He did it. He probably regrets it if he's still alive to live to regret it. But he cannot change the past.
He cannot change the past.
So work on moving forward. Work on the future.
Yes.
Because even somebody who's been raped, you know, dwelling on that rape will
it don't solve anything.
And it will mess up your future
your future self.
You know?
Your future relationship.
Right.
Yes.
So learn to let go in a sense that will help you to live life.
To the fullest.
To live.
To live.
It might not be to the fullest, but just to be able to live.
Have some sanity.
Because these things can suffocate you and can end up making you insane. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you know, because sometimes, like I said, we got it, but it's very important that we don't blame other people. That's the main thing. And just take responsibility for your action, because it's easier to blame that rapist.
I think it's easy. Well, maybe the rapist, I think, is a bad example.
Okay.
Because, yes, he has to be blamed, Leonard.
Yes.
He has to be blamed. He's the one who did the victim wrong.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. We're not saying he's not to blame or she's to blame, because you gotta remember this.
I think let's just change the example. It's a bad example.
Okay.
It's a bad example.
Okay.
You know, because when you're being violated, you're being violated.
Yes, but so let's change the example to even like it's your parent that you know maybe that abandoned you. You know, you.
But he chose to abandon me.
Yes, but you still can't blame, like, for myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna blame him. Oh yeah, I will blame him. But then what I'll do is I won't dwell on it.
Yes.
But he must take the responsibility. He abandoned me.
But you gotta remember, he probably did. Cause I know for myself, you know, I used to blame my father for years and years and years until I realized and said it wasn't his fault.
Oh yes, it was.
No, he couldn't help it.
The decisions that we make are decisions.
Yeah, no, but
whether you know or you don't know, but it's a decision because you can choose to go find out more information.
Okay, but if he did now, this is what the Lord helped me to deliver me, to free me, you know, and so it depends. Like I said, I had to realize, you know what, I had to take responsibility. It's okay. Now
I'm not taking responsibility of my father abandoning me. He abandoned me. You know, but am I going to dwell in him abandoning me? No. But the truth of the matter is he did. I think what we're trying to get out of this episode is not to put it in a cover on situations. Situations are there and people must face them, must face them. When you're removing a responsibility from someone, that's the reason why people don't heal.
Yes.
Because now I'm gonna cover up for my father just because he's a better man now. No, he was a bad man. You know, he might have. Unfortunately, my father has passed away. He might have died having regretted what he had done to me. But the truth of the matter is, he did it.
Yes.
And the responsibility of me being the woman that I am, of having daddy issues, is on him because he created that.
Yes, but here's the thing. In order, we don't want to blame others, and the only thing is, no, we don't want to blame others. Because we always say, you know, sometimes people like, oh, I can forgive, but I can't forget. And so,
it's hard to forget because it's in the mind.
I know, but you know when you forgive a person when you can forget. And that's the thing. What we want to.
No, can I put it this way? Because I think we Christian folks, they like to make these terms and make you feel bad about it and all that. Like, how do you remove something from your mind, from your memory? How do you? I think the better term would be forgive. Remember, but without bitterness. Yeah, because if you can remember, because it will always be in your memory, something that was traumatizing to you. I cannot forget the fact that my father abandoned me.
Okay.
You know,
yeah,
but when I remember it, I'm no longer bitter about it.
Yes, could you? And that's how you know you forgive.
Yeah, but don't say forget.
Okay, but
because I won't forget.
Yes,
it's in my mind.
But I'm talking about, you know, that's what I mean when I'm talking forgetting. When you're able to forget and say when you could see the person but you don't feel bitter.
Yeah.
You don't feel bitter about it.
Yeah.
Or when you talking about the issue,
Yeah.
you're not feeling bitter about it,
Emotional
or
and crying.
there's no pain that comes with when you talking about it, or if you see the individual, you're not feeling. That's when you know you forgive, because
Absolutely.
if you
So I
still
guess we
feel,
can agree
yes.
that don't say forget, because we're fooling ourselves when we say
Yes,
forget.
because like I said, you can, like I agree with you. You can never forget,
It's hard to
because it's
trauma.
always there. But here's the thing: you still don't want to blame others. You're still giving that person the power, or you're still giving anyone the power.
Absolutely, and it
so
does
that's
give
what,
people a power.
Yes, and so that's
It
why
does
you want to
make
blame
you the
others.
one who drinks the poison over them.
Yes.
You holding the grudge, they living their life fully, and you dying a slow poison life, because you end up being the one drinking the poison because
Yes.
you don't want to let go. Fair enough.
Yes.
But my point is, let us not put it under the carpet
The
to
carpet.
say we forget. Because if we're saying we forget, then we're saying bury the thoughts.
Yes,
bury
I agree.
the memory.
That could, and every now and then the enemy going to
It
bring
will
it
come
up,
up.
or it's going to come up
Something
sometimes.
will trigger.
But to be able to, say it's okay, and you don't feel that pain when it does come up,
You
and that's
don't
what I'm
feel
saying.
victimized.
And even like when we talk about blaming others, don't blame others for, because sometimes we love to blame the media, we love to blame education, we love to blame, so different
Do you
ways.
think it's a
Our
matter
neighborhood.
of loving to blame, or it's a matter of giving, like what I said earlier, pointing the finger to the one who's responsible.
Yes, and instead of pointing the finger to us, because at the end of the day, we can change things, we can fix things by
But sometimes we're not the cause of those things happening.
Yeah, we maybe we not the cause, but we can still make our mind say, you know what? Yeah, this is the life I was dealt with, and I'm going to make sure that I reverse it or change things or make things better by me taking responsibility. Because at the end of the day, it's up to me how I'm going to live my life.
Yeah.
And so by us not taking responsibility, we can never move forward into our future. We can't. And so the thing is too, and because in order for us to move on, we gotta first get healed.
Yeah.
We first gotta let them, because if you don't let things go.
And healing starts with acknowledgement.
Yes.
And letting things
Yes.
go.
Because if we don't let things go, right? If we can't, first deal with that before you start pursuing anything. First, try deal with that, because like I said, if you're trying to pursue things, and in that journey pursuing things gonna come up. It's gonna derail you from whatever it may be. I know, like for myself, and I never was able to move forward or go ahead in life because I was getting in my own way. And so until I was able to deal with my own self and begin to free my own self, is when I was able to take action. Is when I was able to go forward. So but I had to deal with me first.
Absolutely.
I had to learn. I said, it's okay.
And I think,
I can't blame. I didn't have the support, or I didn't have this. I had to.
But it did add on to what happened in your life.
It does. But still, I had to say it's okay.
You could just say.
But I still had to take responsibility.
No control over
I had no control, and that's the
There's
thing.
no responsibility, Leonard, in taking something that was done to you.
Yes, but still, but we have to learn how to, just control what you can control.
Right.
And I spoke that inside the sermon. We gotta learn how to control what we control. The thing is, what we can't control, we can't control. We can't control the things that we can't control, but the things that we can control it. Handle that, deal with that, and so we just say don't blame others. Acknowledge it and move on,
and then forgive yourself.
and forgive yourself. Yeah, acknowledge it. This is what happened. Acknowledge it.
Forgive yourself for allowing it to happen.
Yes, yeah, great.
Sometimes we allow these things to torment us for life.
Yes, and forgive
But
yourself.
as a child, I don't allow to be abandoned.
You're right.
But then the forgiveness part, in forgiving myself, comes in a part to say, hey, you had no control.
No control. Yeah, you had no control over it.
So it's okay, Cesar. It
Yes.
wasn't your fault.
Yes, that's so true. You're right. So, cause when you was a child, you don't control. That's your parents' responsibility. So you can say, you know what, I forgive myself. I had no control over what happened to me when I was a child.
Because when you forgive yourself, it becomes easier to forgive others as well.
Yeah.
But the forgiveness has to start with you.
It start with
before
you.
you can. It's like love. You can't expect to be loved if you are not able to love yourself first.
Yes.
Self-love comes before you being able to love others.
Yes, and that leads to the next point. Forgive yourself and others.
But we just spoke about that.
Yeah. That's why I say lead to that next point, forgiving yourself and others, because it's very important to forgive yourself and others, like we said. And so, it's critical to move forward with our goals and letting things go. We gotta begin to forgive ourselves and others.
Because the one who suffers the most is the one who's unwilling to forgive.
Unforgiving. Oh, I love that. Yes, that is so true. The one who suffered the most is the one who is unwilling to forgive. It's the one who is unwilling to forgive. And so he's saying, forgive yourself. Take back the power. Take back the power. Take it back.
And I think
2023, make sure you take back the power in 2023.
2022.
Yes.
Let's just make a mental note.
Yes.
Or even just journal it, and saying, I've held grudges for this person, this person, this person, this person, this person, and I just want to let them go now.
Yes.
Some people, what they do is they write the names down, and then they, the end of the year, they burn that paper.
They burn it. Okay.
To ashes, and then that's a sign to say, I'm leaving the past in the past. I'm burning what I could not handle. Now I'm ready to start a new lease in life.
Okay. What about calling the person?
Sometimes you would not
if
be
they're
in a
allowed
position to call. Sometimes
or if they're
if
around.
you wanna, call it truce, send a text message. But text messages sometimes can be misread.
Okay. Yes, it can.
So send a voice note, because at least with a voice note, the person can hear your voice.
Yeah, your voice.
And how you're speaking at that point. But if you don't have their number or anything, you don't even have to reach out physically to a person. You just got to do it in your heart and say, you know what? If I happen to meet them ever in life again, this person, I would be able to face them and smile at them and say hello or be human to them, because I've let it go.
Yes, and I want to embrace something that was in my head. The Bible let us know those that are continue in the word, it shall set them free.
Yeah.
And so by you committing yourself to to do these things, and being consistent, then the word said, then you can be set free. If you continue to make steps to deliverance, make steps to letting things go. Just being committed and just being persistent each day you get up. Then guess what? Each day you're gonna get better and better and better. Like I said, it's not gonna happen overnight. It's not, because like I said, sometimes we've been suffering for a very long time.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Don't stress yourself out if, like I said, you started the journey today and then you relapse. It can happen. You could start. You could I'm gonna let go. I'm gonna stop blaming others. I'm gonna forgive others. And then what happened? The next day you go right back into your old ways. That's natural. It's okay.
Yeah.
But when that happened, they said, okay, you know what? Oh, I relapsed. And then you get back and say, you know what? I'm gonna do it again, because but you gotta continue. And so I think I said something too. If you start right, it takes about 30 days to build a habit. 45 days to build a habit. And so if you when you're building that habit, that habit of letting things go and becoming the best version of yourself, if you relapse day 5 or day 1 or day 10. You know, just start back from ground zero, and then start again from day 1 to 30 to 45 or whatever until you form that habit.
Yeah.
But learning to let go. Another thing that's very important, I think, to help you to let go, because we can't do it. Sometimes we do need help, and you know, it's harder to do about ourselves. And we speak on Solomon when he say 2 is better than 1 in Ecclesiastes. You know, find support in people who fulfill you. Find support.
But I wanted to close off the other point
Yes.
by saying, you know, treat yourself with kindness and compassion as you would treat a person in your position.
Okay.
Because sometimes we are too hard on ourselves.
Yes. I like that point.
You know, and we don't treat, we're not compassionate to ourselves. You know, you hear people most of the time saying, don't be so hard on yourself, because we are.
We are.
We take things, you know, so we want to punish ourselves.
Okay.
You know, for things that has happened in our lives or things that are happening. So I want to say to you, give yourself grace.
Yes. Give yourself grace.
And just be kind and be compassionate to you.
Yes.
And then also while doing that, then you find support. So like you're saying the next point, find support in people who will fulfill you. People who will pour into you.
Yes.
Because we often like to pour into people and then you run on empty.
Yes.
And as the year ends, most of us, myself included, are running on empty. And, you know, we're looking for a refill. And I have made, you know, a mental note that on Christmas Day, I'd like to go to a full day spa. A full day spa. 1 whole day in a spa. That's how I refill my cup. Because there I think about nothing but to relax.
Yes. Yes.
Nothing else but to relax. So do something for yourself that will make yourself a better person the next year. You know, just do something to you. Don't go looking for people to fill you up. Fill you up first.
Yes. I do want to say something, because I heard Michael Irvin said this on the podcast, and I'm like, wow, that was powerful.
So you're a copycat?
Michael Irvin is he's a former football player, American football, former football player, used to play for the Dallas Cowboys, and he said this, and it was so powerful. He said, if you don't help me win,
I'll help myself win.
No, if you don't help me win, then you can't be my friend. And that was so true. You know, and that's the thing. We want to. It's very critical to surround ourselves with people that's helping us win. You know, a lot of times we surround ourselves with people that don't want to see us win. You know, and then that's why we blame them, because we feel like, oh, they, you know, obviously they probably not your friend, friends or family, because sometimes family don't want to see you win, and sometimes you gotta surround yourself with people who want to see who want good things for you, and so that means even
and vice versa, people that you want good things for as well.
Yes, and you surround yourself with people who you want to see grow, and then it's like a mutual interest, a mutual agreement. Both parties want to see each other win. Because
there's so many people out there who just energy drainers.
Yes.
And in days like how I'm kind of feeling today, where I'm just, you know, one of my tired days, I run away from energy drainers because they will drain me.
They will drain. More. Yes, yes.
So what do I do to escape that? I just don't answer them when they call. It's okay not to answer your phone.
It's okay, yes.
You don't have to answer every phone call that comes through.
Yes.
And you don't need an excuse to tell, oh, I didn't answer because no. You can just start the next day as if nothing happened.
Yes. Yes, so, you know, exactly. But you want to surround yourself with people who want to see you win. You know, and when I heard, I'm like, wow, that was so powerful. And so, and it's good if, like I said, find a community, and with like Next Opportunity Window Community, it's a great community that you could join and feel safe.
Non-judgmental.
No judgment. You can feel you can feel comfortable to express yourself and open up and just connect with other like-minded. Yes. And to open up with other and share your thoughts and ideas, but find people or surround yourself around people who want to see your friend.
Who want to see you win.
Who want to see you win, yes. Thank you, sweetheart.
You said friends. I'm like, why is
surround yourself with people who want to see you win. Those that don't want to see you win, they're not your friends. I like the saying my mom's always told us when we were young. She said, you don't have no friends, you have acquaintances.
That's true. Majority of the people that we can't call friends, they're actually not your friends. Most people are close to us because it's what's in it for them.
Yes.
That's why you find most millionaires or people who've just won the lottery end up having friends coming out of the woodwork because now they can get something out of you.
Yes.
But when you were struggling and needing their support and you were starting a business and it was just not going well and they were nowhere to be found.
Yes, because and that's very important too, because a lot of times that's where sometimes we get stuck because we feel like we don't move forward because we feel like we don't have the support and nobody there for us, and a lot of times we because of that. I know that was for me for a very long time. I'm grateful that when the Lord spoke to me to say, look for you, there's over 1 billion people around the world, that like just free me to say, you know what, it's okay. Yes, maybe my friends and family don't support me like they should. It's okay, but there's people out there that would, because sometimes it's because that could damage you. You could get stuck right there because you feel like nobody's for you, and nobody. You look at the wrong people, and so then you, like you said, then you start blaming them, and instead of taking responsibility.
Businesses didn't succeed because they didn't support me. Well, it's not their responsibility to support you.
Yes. Yeah.
If they don't see, if they don't see the need to do it, they cannot be forced. I rather have support from people who really want to support me than people who are forced to support me.
Yeah, I love that. Yes, and that is so true. And that's what I want. I'd rather surround myself with people who want to support me.
And not people who feel
obligated. Yes, and it's same vice versa. I want to be around people who I can support, who I can share and go to and begin to help them win, because that's who I am. I like helping people.
So I want to say, in closing off that point, is that if you find yourself around people who
leeches, who
are not supportive, who are negative,
the crab in the barrel,
who are negative Nancy's,
yes,
it's okay to walk away.
Get into another circle.
It's okay to get into another circle.
It's
okay to
join a different community.
To delete and block.
Ooh.
It's okay.
It's okay. Say that. Come on, just say it right now. Just type it in the chat. It's okay to block and delete.
Listen, and not look back.
It's okay. It's okay
block and delete and keep moving forward.
Yes.
You're going to help yourself in so
many ways
things when you do that, because you're not hanging over on what's happened in the past.
Yes.
And you know what? Once a person, I think this was Oprah Winfrey who said this, that a person will show you who they are, and when they show you, don't think the next time they're gonna change. They're still gonna be that same person. Maybe they might just put a mask the next time.
Yeah.
But a snake will always be a snake. I don't care what color they are.
Yes, and you know what too? The good example, I like when you said that. When you learn to let things go, and you find a community, maybe be like Jesus. When Jesus said, forgive them, Father, because they don't know what they have done. And so you got to be willing to say it's okay, because sometimes people don't know why they're doing what they're doing.
They've been used by the devil.
Yes, they've been used.
They are devil little servants. But you know what? Even if you have those people who've been used by the devil and stuff like that, and who are just being nasty to you, just walk away.
Walk away.
Even if it's family.
Yes.
Because in most cases, it will be people who are closest to you.
David said that. Right? I mean, yeah.
Who said that?
David. In the Bible. It was my closest friend, my closest acquaintance, the one that really done wrong to me. You know, so yeah.
And it makes it even harder.
It makes it harder.
But it's a necessity.
You feel the pain even more when it's people that are close to you. Like, you're supposed to be family. You're supposed to be my closest friend.
You're supposed to be having my back.
You probably have my back. And you're the one that's stabbing my back.
But
or whatever.
I think this step is one of the most important steps out of everything that we've spoken about. That in order for you to let go, you just got to keep moving.
Keep moving. Yeah. Keep moving.
Keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
You got to focus on what's ahead of you.
Yes.
And stop looking back. Because another mistake that we make when we've let go of the people and the things and whatever, then we always look back and try to get that person back.
Yeah.
If it don't happen to
Abraham. Abraham.
No, and even Lot's.
Yeah, Abraham.
Yeah. Look at what happened. Let them go.
Let them go.
No, he wants to look back. She wants to look back, the wife.
You're talking about Remember Lot's Wife.
Yeah,
Remember Lot's Wife.
He wants to look back.
She wants to
look back. And it ended up being
a pillow sore.
Right.
Yeah. Because she kept worrying about,
my expensive furniture. What about my best friend? No. Don't look back.
No,
I think that's one of the mistakes that I have made as well.
That's a good.
That
I love that.
I look back and then I allowed the same snake to bite me over and over again. Like I said, a snake will always be a snake.
Yes.
They might just change their color a little bit, but they will bite. And when the second time they bite, it will be harder and it will be fatal.
Yes.
Yes. I'm not saying don't forgive people. I am a big advocate for forgiveness. But forgiveness doesn't mean you have to bring that person close again.
Yes.
Forgive, love them from afar or from a distance, or create boundaries when you decide to bring them close. But let it not be the same, because they'll bite you again. I'm telling you, the old people, they got some wisdom. My mom used to say, love them with a long handle spoon. Love them with a long. Feed them from a long handle spoon. Don't allow, because like I said, sometimes you have to do that in order, because like I said, you want to forgive them. You want to treat people with kindness. You want to love everyone. Show compassion. But like I said, you also don't want people to take advantage of you. And you also don't want to you also don't want to be bitten again. Yeah. So sometimes in order to... There's a saying that says, one bitten, twice shy.
Twice what?
Shy.
Twice shy? Oh, where do you get that from?
It's one of those sayings that they say. It's an English synonym, something like that. I don't know if that's the right word.
I never heard that.
Yeah, once bitten, twice shy.
Twice shy.
Once something bites you, it can bite you again.
It can bite you again.
Yeah.
Yes. So the next point that we want to bring to, because we talking about find a community. Someone that's gonna fulfill you in order to let go, because two is better than one. You don't have to be alone. You don't have to do this by yourself. It's hard to do something by yourself. So you want to find someone who loves you, who cares for you, who fulfills you, who believes in you, who encourages you.
Even groups like we have the alopecia group. These are people who are going through the same pain.
Yes.
And sometimes people feel down, and at any random time, because we even have like a WhatsApp group, somebody would send a message in saying how they're feeling at that point in time. And it helps.
It does.
To know that, somebody feels the way that I felt yesterday, or that I feel right now, and maybe I didn't have the courage to describe it in words.
Yes.
So put yourself in groups like that.
Yes. Find a group that relates with you, that's relevant towards you. Yeah. So definitely, or a community that relates to you. Yeah. Someone that can help, that will build you up.
What about focusing on things that give you joy?
Joy, yes. And what is the thing that give you joy, sweetheart?
Oh my God, sleeping. I love to sleep. Sleeping really makes me happy. In my spare time, give me a bed. But not just that. I mean, just being with friends and family.
Mm-hmm. That care about you.
Of course, not the backstabbers. No.
Yes.
Just being around genuine family and friends, because there's some really fake ones out there. And just doing the things that I love. I love to travel, so that gives me joy. I love to eat in a good restaurant. That gives me joy. I love to go for massages. There's so many things. Like now, booked ourselves into a full day spa because I feel my body and my mind needs it.
Yes.
And it will do me good.
Yes. And so and so it's very important. Again, I'm gonna use scripture again because Philippians it said, "Think on these things, whatever lovely,
but
whatever
you didn't tell us what makes you feel good.
What make me feel good? Anything that allow me to fulfill my purpose, that will bring me joy. When I'm fulfilling my purpose, it brings me joy. Anytime, what brings me joy.
You just have to be spiritual about it. Right?
Yes, but like I said, doing this podcast gives me joy. Just sitting here, be able to talk to my wife gives me joy. Anytime that I'm training, doing a mastermind, seeing others grow and build. That's why I say this podcast because I feel like anytime I can help somebody to draw closer to their purpose or to fulfill their destiny or to reach their goal, that gives me joy. Knowing that I'm helping you to get closer to fulfilling your goals and your dreams, that gives me joy. So I love everything that I'm doing with webinars, with pastoring, with podcasting. All this gives me joy, and this is something I love doing and I don't mind doing. So that's why I do these different things every day because this is something I would do anyway. Because going to work every day, my 9 to 5, the one that I have to work to be able to pay the bills. But doing it every day, that could get tiring. It does. It gets tiring. So how do I release that pain for me not to go to work? It's just to do things that I'm doing, like the podcast, the webinar, helping others to train and study and prepare myself, to be able to be my best self, to be able to help others. That gives me joy.
Yeah, because it takes your mind off
negative things that you don't like to do. I don't like going to work every day, but I know I have to, but I don't like it. So doing the things that I love to do gives me joy, and to not think about the things that I don't like to do because I know I have to. One thing this is one thing I say about the job, and I tell people, I don't like to have my money in somebody else's hands. I like to control my own money. And so I'm working hard every day to take the control out of somebody else's hand. But by doing the things that I love to do. By doing the things that I enjoy doing. That's and so just by doing this podcast, everything, it gives me great joy. So we want to say today, in order to let things go, you got to begin to focus on the things you love to do. You got to focus on the things you love to do. And they don't even
have to cost money.
Or that gives you joy. You're right. It don't even have to cost you money.
Take a walk in the park, a walk on the beach.
Yes.
Whatever that really, like myself, for example, a nap does wonders for me. It gives me joy because it removes the pressure on me.
Yes.
Right? I think we need to
run
off now.
Doing this podcast don't cost money. It just time and energy. I mean, it don't cost. It don't cost as much. So but doing the things that give it joy. But like I said, to round off, we do have one more point, so that we can continue to learn how to let things go. Don't be scared to seek professional help.
It's important.
It's important. If you need help, it's okay. Don't be scared to seek professional help. See a coach.
Yeah, the therapist.
A therapist, and you need help to help you on your professional side, you're welcome to hire me. You know, as your coach, I'll be glad to assist you and helping you to reach your full potential. You know,
and you can have a coach. I heard this from Oprah. You can have a coach for every area of your life.
Every area of life,
as long as you can afford it.
As long as you can afford it, yes.
You can have a coach for a health coach, a business coach,
life
coach,
therapist.
Yeah.
And you have your pastor.
Yeah.
So
All pastors are not so trustworthy. Some of them tell you stories. So I always like to go for an objective, therapist, someone who doesn't know me and doesn't know people around me, and is sworn by the law not to tell my stories. Pastors, you find them preaching about you in the pulpit, and you're thinking, but isn't that the story that I told Pastor? I'm not saying all pastors are like that. Yes. I'm just saying, But yeah, my point is find.
I'm not like that. I don't think I'm like. I try not to be.
No,
anyway.
You're not like that.
Yeah.
But find professional help. It goes a long way.
Yes, it goes a long way. So, don't be scared to ask for help. Even like sometimes we always make an excuse, I don't have the money. But, save up to get the help. If you really need help, then save up to get the help.
And it's always good to get like a professional help and not make your friend that professional help.
Yes.
Because the friend doesn't have the tools.
Yes, he don't have the tools.
They can listen to you, because like one of the points that we mentioned earlier is that sometimes you just need somebody to listen to, because you need to describe your pain in words. But that's all they can do, just offer an ear. But they will not give you the tools to come up with the solution. And that's and for the problem not to come back again.
Yes, and that's the coach job or the therapist job is to help you to come up with solutions
and to find out what caused that. From the beginning, like try and get the root to get to the root of the problem.
Yes, so true. So definitely seek professional help. Don't be afraid to seek professional help. Whatever you need in 2023, to help you let go, take the pointers and begin to use them into your life, implement them so that you can begin to forget those things that held you back in the past, and begin to press forth to a brighter future.
Absolutely.
To a better hope.
So we want to end off by saying this podcast was sponsored by
Next Opportunity Window. Yes, we were talking about community, and like I said, we are glad to have you a part and to join the movement where we could come, connect, learn, connect with one another. And it's all about the connection, the support, because you don't have to do it by yourself. And so inside this community, you can feel welcome to share your ideas and to just to be in that safe place to learn and not be intimidated. And so, that's the beautiful thing about this community that I love, that we can come together. And how we do that, we do have daily themes that we get motivation from. We have monthly webinars. We have quarterly masterminds. And the list go on and on. And so we just want to say, join the community. We do give you a 30-day free trial right now while it's still in 2022, a 30-day free trial to try us out, to test it out. And then, after that 30 days, it will be $9.99 on a monthly subscription so that you can begin to start investing.
And remember, next year, the prices are going up.
Yes.
So catch these prices while they're still this cheap.
Yes. While it still lasts, while it's still $99, because in 2023, $9.99. Yes, while it's still $99. $9.99.
Maybe it's a prophetic.
Yes.
You have to go to $99.
Yeah, so because January, definitely 2023, prices will be going up. So we said get in, join the community. We love to have you. We love to see your face, and let's grow together. Let's learn together. And so if you want to connect with us, you want to learn more of us and begin to follow us, you can follow us
Chilling with the Chaplins on all
All
platforms,
platforms.
or you can follow me at @LadySeason1 on Instagram.
Or you can follow me at Get Inspired by LJ on all platforms. As well as subscribe to the channel.
Don't forget that.
Share the video.
Don't forget that.
Yes, and leave plenty of comments.
Don't
Yes.
forget that.
And also you can listen to the audio version. And we always say rate us, follow us, as well as leave a rating and leave a review. It does help us to continue to grow these platforms and everything that you're doing. So we just thank you. We hope today was a blessing to you, and we say share it. And we thank you. And so I think that's all.
Yeah, salami guys.
Yes, we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. Yo, it's your boy, LJ Chaplin, with Lady Season. Bringing to you Chilling with the Chaplins, where we deep dive, giving you practical concepts in ministry, business, relationship, and personal development. So we can take control of our life. Let's go and let's get it started.